First up this afternoon, the nation remembering civil rights leader Jesse Jackson. You're watching 10 Tampa Bay News at noon. I'm Frank Wiley. His Rainbow Push Coalition says he died peacefully Tuesday morning. Jackson was 84. He began his work in the 1960s. Jackson's activism includes helping local communities and connecting with world leaders. His death follows a struggle with a rare brain disease. Cole Higgins shows us Jackson's impact.
Jesse Jackson's life was defined by a relentless fight for justice and equality.
I was born in Greenville, South Carolina, in rampant, radical racial segregation. Had to be taught to go to the back of the bus or be arrested.
In 1965, he began working for Reverend Martin Luther King Jr.
I learned so much from him. Such a great source of inspiration.
Both men were in Memphis in April 1968 to support striking sanitation workers. King and other civil rights leaders were staying at the Lorraine Motel.
He said, "Jesse, you know, you don't even have on a shirt and tie. You don't even have on a tie. We're going to dinner." I said, "Doc, you know, it does not require a tie. Just an appetite." We laughed. I said, "Doc," and the bullet hit.
With King gone, his movement was adrift. Years later, Jackson formed Operation Push, pressuring businesses to open up to Black workers and customers, and adding more focus on Black responsibility, championed in the 1972 concert, Watt Stacks.
In Watts, we have shifted from burn, baby, burn to learn, baby, learn.
The Reverend set his sights on the White House in 1984. First thought of as a marginal candidate, Jackson finished third in the primary race with 18% of the vote. He ran again in 1988, doubling his vote count and finishing in second in the Democratic race. At the time, it was the farthest any Black candidate had gone in a presidential contest.
But 20 years later, when President Barack ran, we were laying the groundwork for that season.
In 2017, Jackson had a new battle to fight, Parkinson's disease, but it didn't stop him. Late in life, he was still fighting. He was arrested in Washington while demonstrating for voting rights. His silent presence at the trial of Ahmaud Arbery's killers prompted defense lawyers to ask that he leave the courtroom. Jackson stayed. From the Jim Crow South through the turbulent 60s and into the Black Lives Matter movement, Jesse Jackson was a constant, unyielding voice for justice.
And experts say the disorder that caused Jackson's hospitalization is often misdiagnosed as Parkinson's. Also, civil rights leader Reverend Al Sharpton says in 1969, Jackson appointed him to his first leadership job as youth director to focus on economic opportunities for African Americans. Sharpton says he lost his mentor.
He's been the dominant teacher and example in my life. Even when I wanted to rebel and do things differently, he kept me on track. But more important, he kept his country on track, kept his world on track. He became the moral center.
And we are also hearing from the St. Petersburg NAACP president, Ether Sani, sharing this statement right here, saying in part, Jackson reshaped the landscape of American civil rights. He demanded economic equality, political access, and voting protections. She also says his advocacy is a reminder that justice requires organized strategic pressure. President Donald Trump posting on social media that Jackson was a, quote, force of nature. He also says Jackson was a good man with lots of personality and grit and truly loved helping people.